Tonight at 5, we're learning new details about the Lincoln County crash that claimed the life of a highway worker. Republicans struggle to get the votes to pass the Milwaukee Bucks arena. Find out how they'll compromise with Democrats. And Packers trade the football field for the red carpet. Get a preview of tonight's ESPY Awards.
From WAOW, all your coverage in stunning high definition. Newsline 9 at 5, your trusted resource.
New details tonight on that crash that killed a highway worker near Merrill. Thanks for joining us. I'm Melissa Langben. Investigators say that 50-year-old Marcus Whitevan of Tomahawk died yesterday when he was hit by a car driven by an 84-year-old Anago woman. We've learned that Whitevan had worked with the Lincoln County Highway Department for 20 years. Newsline 9's Max Gordon has the latest.
The Lincoln County Highway Department will be closed until Monday, July 20th, due to an employee death.
The truck sits still, and a padlock secures the gate at the Lincoln County Highway Department garage after the death of one of their own. The worker was killed Tuesday afternoon on this stretch of Highway 17.
There was construction taking place on State Highway 17, obviously well marked, and there's a southbound vehicle that collided with a flagman in the construction zone.
But why is still a mystery.
We're not really sure what happened.
A nearby neighbor who didn't want to appear on camera said the car careened off the road, hitting this ditch. Then the car became airborne. Shards of glass and other auto parts cover the ground here in a ravine nearly 50 feet away, where the car eventually came to a rest.
And while much is still unknown,
right now we don't have any cause of the crash. Everything's really just theoretical right now, and the investigation's pending.
The crash still serves as a reminder to drivers.
Just be aware when you get to a construction zone. People's family members are working those sites, and they want to go home just as much as you want to get to where you're heading to.
Reporting in Lincoln County, Max Gordon, Newsline 9.
And police officials were not able to say whether charges have been recommended for the driver of that vehicle. In Waupaca County, a motorcyclist has died after a crash with a car. Now, the Sheriff's Department tells us that 26-year-old Gregory Stillen of New London died in yesterday's crash. It happened on Highway 45 in Bear Creek, and investigators say the southbound motorcyclist collided with the northbound car. Well, we are experiencing a nearly perfect summer day today. Just lovely out there, Tony.
Very comfortable, blue sky out there, not too much wind. It was really nice, as you mentioned. Let's take a look here tonight at some of the cold morning lows we had. In fact, there was a record low temperature in the state. That was at the Lincoln County Airport in Merrill. They had 39 degrees this morning, breaking the old record of 42 set back in 1946. And some of the other low temperatures throughout the state, Eagle River, one of the coldest at 37. Phillips had 43, 45 in Medford, 49 in Marshfield, 44 in Stevens Point, and 47 in Wisconsin Rapids. Now pretty much everybody has rebounded nicely into the mid-70s out there. It's 76 in Wausau, 73 in Anago, 77 in Plover, and a warmer 81 degrees down in Necedah. So just a real nice one. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy this evening. That's the live view with Dudley Tower Skycam looking south from downtown Wausau. And here's the Marshfield Skycam live view. Temperature there 75 with south to southeast winds at 8 miles an hour. The dew point only 48. Now there will be some changes taking place over the next day. You can see some rain building up in parts of Minnesota and Iowa, and some of that moisture will gradually move our way for tomorrow. I think it will stay dry tonight, just a few clouds drifting in gradually with low temperatures in the low 50s. Find out about the rain chance and the building heat when I come back.
Thanks for the update, Tony. New surveillance video released of the moment drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman made his escape from a Mexican prison. El Chapo can be seen staring into space behind the shower partition, where officials now know that the entrance to his escape tunnel was hidden. El Chapo paces in his cell, peers into the hole again, and for a moment is gone. Then he comes back and walks to his bed to put on some shoes. He then looks into the hole, lowers himself in, and experts say that El Chapo has experience with tunnel construction, from building them to bring drugs to the United States. Iran has been full of excitement since the announcement of the nuclear deal. After 2 years of deliberation, Iranians are celebrating the deal to scale back Iran's nuclear program and allow inspections in exchange for lifted sanctions. Last night, the streets of Tehran were full of chanting and the waving of signs there. Of course, though, not everyone shares Iran's enthusiasm. Israel's prime minister calls the agreement, quote, a stunning, historic mistake. Governor Scott Walker is also speaking out about the agreement. In Charleston, South Carolina, the presidential candidate is finding support among Republicans there for pledging to scrap the nuclear deal. Instead, Walker promises, quote, crippling economic sanctions, end quote. But he is not explaining how those penalties would be different from what's previously been imposed. Wisconsin lawmakers say that they have reached a deal on a new Bucks arena. Newsline 9's Mark McPherson joining us live in our newsroom with details on this. Mark.
Melissa, the new arena deal doesn't have enough Republican votes to pass, but today Senate Democrats said they're willing to help get the deal done. Democrats met for several hours today and reached a deal that calls for $250 million in public money, which would account for about half of the cost of the project. The money would come from a mix of state and local tax dollars over the next 20 years. To get Democrats on board, a Bucks ticket surcharge was also added, and a requirement that Milwaukee County raise $4 million through the collection of overdue fines was thrown out. The county would find another way to raise that money. Now, the team's owners are pitching in $150 million for the project, and former owner Herb Cole is paying $100 million. The language of the deal is still being worked out before it goes to the Senate floor for a vote. Melissa?
Thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate it. State Capitol Police have released new information about the man arrested for last week's bomb threat there. Investigators arrested 55-year-old Daniel Verhoeven for a bomb scare and unlawful use of a telephone. State officials were in the middle of debating the state budget when they had to evacuate the Capitol last week. The bomb threat led to a 90-minute delay in the debate there. The Edgar School Board meeting will take place tonight, and they will unveil their plan to tackle bullying. This after an Edgar High School student committed suicide back in May. Jonathan Westner's parents say that he was bullied at school, on his football team, and on the internet. Newsline 9 will have a crew at the meeting tonight and will bring you the latest on Newsline 9 at 9. Packers quarterback Brett Favre is making his long-anticipated return to Lambeau Field this weekend. In preparation, the Pro Shop once again features a treasure trove of number 4's merchandise. Newsline 9's David Schumann went to Green Bay today to get a read on how people feel about that controversial legend's return. David.
Well, for all of the messiness of the breakup, fans are excited to see the gunslinger back on the field at Lambeau. Packers officials say Favre will speak to the crowd of more than 60,000 people Saturday night. The ceremony that night will be twofold. Favre's being inducted into the Packers Hall of Fame, and his number 4 is being retired. Fans, of course, remember the way the quarterback retired from the Pack back in 2007, only to return to play 3 more years with the Jets and Vikings. The team is rolling out a brand new line of Favre merchandise starting tomorrow, betting that the bad feelings are water under the bridge.
We're getting out all our Brett stuff, and it never got tucked too far away. Brett's very special for us. He was married in the church we belonged to at the time, he and Deanna. His children went to the school with our grandchildren.
Favre will become the 6th Packer to have his number retired and the 154th person in the Packers Hall of Fame. It's somewhat hard to believe all of the fans have forgiven Favre for the way he left, but really everyone I talked to today has seemingly moved on, and some, in fact, still adamantly support him. Hear why, coming up at 6. In the Control Center, David Schumann, Newsline 9.
Thank you, David, and you can count on your official Packers station for full coverage of Favre's big induction night. Join us Saturday for Newsline 9 at 6. We'll have a VIP look behind the scenes before the ceremony. Then at 7, it's Jordy Nelson's Celebrity Softball with the Packers offense versus the defense. And after that, it will be Inside the Huddle Legends, Brett Favre. Then at 8, join us for the Brett Favre Hall of Fame special. We'll be live on the scene at Lambeau Field, covering number 4's induction into the Packers Hall of Fame. And then, of course, don't miss Newsline 9 at 10 as we bring you reaction from the big ceremony live from Green Bay. A Medford woman is thankful for a reunion. As a 4th of July fire tore through her apartment complex, her main concern was not her own things, but her 3 cats. After first being told that none survived, Elizabeth Cullen says she's still in shock after learning her cats are indeed alive. We'll have this amazing story coming up tonight on Newsline 9 at 6. Marshfield's Wildwood Zoo welcomes a newborn elk calf, its first in 15 years. Still to come, Aaron Rodgers, Caitlyn Jenner, the biggest athletes of the year are trading in the field for the red carpet. We will have a preview of tonight's ESPY Awards. On this Wednesday, we do want to give you a live look outside on the Skycam. A beautiful day. We will find out what's ahead for us. Humidity and rain are a possibility. Tony has a look in your Live at 5 Future Track forecast. Up next.
All your coverage in stunning high definition with Melissa Langban and Tony Schumacher. Newsline 9 at 5, your trusted resource.
Hope you had a chance to get outside and enjoy some of the sunshine because change is on the way.
That's right. We replaced the blue sky today with gray skies for tomorrow, and then the heat comes in after that, Melissa. So a couple of things to watch here, and let's take you on to a really nice-looking photo from Pauline Benbenick of Stevens Point of a recent sunset on their pond with some daisies in the foreground. What a great shot. You'd like to be out there sitting in a lawn chair taking that all in, as long as the bugs aren't too bad, I guess. But anyway, our Skycam views tonight look like this. We'll take you off to the Stevens Point area, first of all, using our Ministry St. Michael's Hospital camera. And you can see kind of a hazy sunshine right now in Stevens Point, certainly a comfortable one for this time of the year. And now let's go up to Land O'Lakes, where there, too, they're enjoying the blue skies. And they had a cold start this morning in the upper 30s in the Northwoods to low 40s, but now things have warmed nicely with that strong July sunshine. All right, we take a look now at the weather headlines. It looks like this. We're going to be dealing with some showers moving in tomorrow, followed by muggy weather for the weekend, even a few thunderstorms here and there. And it should remain warm next week. We're going to have probably a warm 2 or 3 weeks ahead, actually. Tomorrow's the coolest day of the next 7 with highs probably just in the low 70s as the rain showers move in, but well into the 80s thereafter. Friday through the weekend might be an isolated 90 or 2 on Saturday. And then slight cooling early next week, but that's just back to normal before another surge of heat hits later on next week. So we'll have to keep that old air conditioner fired up at times. Now, the grass pollen today is at 3, which is low, and we're looking at a temperature starting at 49 degrees at the Wausau Airport with a high of 76. Normal temperatures are 80 and 59 with a record low of 46 from 1946. 75 degrees at this hour in Rhinelander, a nice 77 for Wisconsin Rapids, and 73 at the Taylor County Airport in Medford. And throughout the Midwest for later tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s right around midday. But once the showers start, it may actually cool into the 60s during the afternoon. But Friday, behind that weather system, the warm air starts to spread in. Look at this. Most of the state expected to reach into the low and mid 80s Friday afternoon. Might even be a 90-degree temperature out toward the Twin Cities, so starting to heat up. Now, satellite radar view tonight shows some of the moisture pooling off to the west, some areas of rain in Iowa and Nebraska, all the way across the Rocky Mountain states up through North Dakota and Minnesota. There's still quite a bit of dry air and high pressure parked right over eastern Wisconsin, so the rain's not going to be in any hurry to get here. You can see throughout the night just a few clouds rolling in. Chance of showers by late tomorrow morning in the southwest part of the area and throughout the region in the afternoon. Doesn't look like anything terribly heavy, but through tomorrow night there could be a good 1/4 inch or maybe a few spots getting a 1/2 inch total in the south half of the region. But again, Friday things start to clear off a bit and that warm, humid air really takes a foothold on the upper Midwest. Our low tonight, 54, partly cloudy skies. There could be a few upper 40s yet over the northeast part of the region. And tomorrow's high about 72. Lots of clouds and some showers likely. Southeast wind at 7 to 15 miles an hour. Friday looks like a nice day to get outside. Partly cloudy, high of 84 degrees. Very warm and humid on Saturday. There could be a scattered thunderstorm with a high of 88. Look at Sunday's low, almost 70 degrees. The high 85 with some scattered storms. Nice on Monday, less humid with a high of 82, and then things start to heat up again later next week with just a slight chance of a shower.
Very summer-like. Thanks, Tony. Marshfield's Wildwood Park and Zoo is celebrating a new baby. The elk calf is just days old, and J.J. Luther visited the zoo, saw the newborn being protected closely by her mom. J.J.
Wildwood Zoo in Marshfield added the elk calf to its family last Friday. She's the first baby elk born at Wildwood in 15 years. The new baby grows the elk herd to 7 animals. The zoo features a collection of animals and birds unique to Northern America, including mountain lions, prairie dogs, and eagles.
So this first elk calf was a pleasant surprise. but we're not sure, if we'll have more this year or next year, or if this could be our only calf born here for quite a while.
The new baby is spending days now in a 4-acre fenced-in area close to her mother. Now, I was not able to see the calf get up and walk around, but the mother made sure that she did not disturb her little one while she rested. As of today, zoo officials have not yet named the elk. In the studio, JJ Luther, Newsline 9.
Always fun to see the little babies. Well, have you checked out our 9 o'clock newscast yet? Don't miss Newsline 9 at 9 on its new home, the CW, Channel 9.2. You can join Nancy Youssef Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock, of course. The sports world will be watching ABC tonight.
Some of the best athletes in the world are being honored tonight at the ESPY Awards. I'm ABC's Brandy Hitt in Los Angeles with the nominees and some of the most anticipated moments.
And as we go to the break, we want to give you a look at the closing numbers on Wall Street today. Plus, we have those stocks of local interest for you. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers is up for Best Male Athlete at tonight's ESPY Awards right here on Newsline 9. ABC's Brandy Hitt takes us behind the scenes with the look ahead to the big night.
Some of the best athletes in the world are competing against each other tonight at the ESPYs. For Best Male Athlete, it's an NBA showdown again between Steph Curry and LeBron James, along with the Packers' Aaron Rodgers and Texans' J.J. Watt. For Best Female Athlete, tennis pro Serena Williams and skier Lindsey Vonn are up against UConn's Breanna Stewart and MMA's Ronda Rousey, with hosting duties going to the Soup's Joel McHale.
6 rows of athletes looking at me and not laughing, wearing sunglasses, that's something I'm looking forward to.
It's over! The night is also about reliving those unforgettable breakthrough moments and championship performances. And the Arthur Ashe Courage Award will be presented to Caitlyn Jenner, seen here on the cover of Vanity Fair and in this photo shoot for the magazine. The gold medal decathlete spoke exclusively with Diane Sawyer in a final interview as Bruce.
That is me. That is her.
And people have to know that you can want to identify as a woman and still
kick butt.
Here in Los Angeles, you have world-class athletes coming together with Hollywood celebrities to honor the best in sports. And tonight, a majority of the awards handed out are decided through fan voting. Brandy at ABC News, Los Angeles.
And you can watch the ESPYs right here on Newsline 9. It all gets underway at 7 o'clock. We'll have to wait, though, to see if Aaron Rodgers gets voted Best Male Athlete. Still to come, we will have Pet Saver. We've got a big pup with a lot of spunk for you. And it's Black Friday in July for online shoppers. We'll tell you who's got the deals up next. It's a big day for online shoppers. Amazon has deals all day long for Prime members in celebration of its 20th anniversary. You'll find deals on Kindles, HD TVs, clothing, shoes, and jewelry. Walmart has taken notice of Amazon's sale, so they too have some deals. Online Walmart shoppers only have to spend $35 compared to the regular $50 to get free shipping. Liz joins us for Lincoln County Pet Saver today, and she's brought along a big dog. This is a big boy.
This is Pickles. He is about a year old, and he was recently surrendered to the shelter because his family just did not have the time to work with him.
He's a young dog.
Yes, he's very young, so definitely still trainable, but will need some help with his manners. He just doesn't realize how big he is.
He is big, trust me. Now, what does he need to have done? Is he all set to go into a home?
He's already neutered and up to date on all his shots. He gets along well with other dogs, and we think he'd adjust well to cats. He's a little afraid of them at times, but overall does very well.
And in terms of the cost, what would that be?
His adoption fee would be $165, and that includes all his vaccines and the neuter.
$165 for pickles. If you are interested, please give the Lincoln County Humane Society a call. You can see that number at the bottom of the screen. And thanks for bringing pickles in.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Still to come, a lake monster is found in an unlikely place. Find out what police reeled in up next.
This week, the Made in America team is back from Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, St. Louis, Chicago to the California desert.
Back on the job.
When American jobs are on the line, David Muir is there. On ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir.
Kansas police got a surprise when they helped snag in a 60-pound carp. The carp was about 4 feet long, and it wasn't in a lake, but instead in a drainage ditch. Neighbors say they have seen plenty of the big carp in the nearby lake, but nothing of this size. Well, that would be quite a surprise. There you go. I don't know. Do people eat carp?
I think some people do. I don't know that they're the prime choice fish, so to speak, but they're fun to catch, I imagine, huh?
Well, if they're that big, you'd really have to do some reeling to get them in.
I guess so. Well, hey, the weather's certainly been nice. Maybe you can get outside and do some fishing yet this evening with these comfortable temperatures. It'll be in the low 70s for a few hours, dropping to 58 before midnight, 54 for the overnight low, and a few spots could still fall into the upper 40s, especially in the eastern half of the area. Now, tomorrow, there's a good chance of some rain showers moving in, especially from midday on. And right now it does not look like anything severe, nothing like that. Just some, you know, good soaking rains to help the gardens and the lawns. Temperature hitting 72, and then the heat really moves in. Sunshine returning Friday with a high of 84. One of the hotter days Saturday, Melissa. We have a chance of getting up close to 90, depending on how much sun we get.
Haven't been near that, have we?
I know it, and then you throw in the higher humidity. It's going to feel quite sweltering at times on Saturday. Still muggy on Sunday with a few thunderstorms, and then more warm weather with some sunshine early next week.
It's that time of year.
It's July. You'd expect it to be warm.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony, and thanks for joining us tonight at 5. We will be back in the 6 o'clock hour.
We'll see you then.